Welcome to Fulton at Work. I'm your host, Priscilla Ortega. On this show, we showcase some Fulton County departments, individuals, and programs that impact the community. On this episode, we go inside the Fulton County Animal Shelter to see the cats and dogs and learn exactly what it takes to make the shelter run successfully. Plus, see the numerous activities and one-on-one attention county workers give to adults with developmental disabilities. But first, we focus our attention on the Fulton County Animal Shelter and the work that goes into making the animals ready for adoption.
So my name is Laura Hudson, and I am employed by Lifeline Animal Project to be the director of Fulton County Animal Services. We house anywhere from 200 to 300 animals here at any one time, mostly cats and dogs. And I'm here today to give you a tour and ask for your help to come out and adopt these wonderful animals that are just waiting to go to a good home. I'll let you follow me in and we'll take a quick tour. So sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking for people to come into an animal shelter, especially for the first time. So I want to walk you through what exactly you would expect if you want to come in and adopt one of our animals. We're standing in the reception area where you would walk in the front door and you would be greeted by one of my lovely staff. We have court clerk and receptionist that'll be happy to answer any questions you have about adopting an animal, or maybe you have a question about licensing your animal. Licensing is required by law in Fulton County. We also have people come in who are fostering animals. We have, if you can't adopt an animal and you have a space in your home where you can maybe foster an animal to give that animal a little more time to heal from a medical condition, or maybe he was a victim of some cruelty. Foster people come in to ask questions. We have rabies clinics for the public on Friday, so these fine people at the front reception desk would be able to help you with that, and then they're going to direct you through a door where we house all of our animals. Okay, so when you find an animal that you're interested in adopting, the next step would be to come into our adoption area, and you would fill out an adoption questionnaire, and you would sit down with one of my lovely adoption counselors who can answer some questions for you and can look in the computer to see if that dog or cat is off the stray hold. We do hold stray animals for 3 days here at the facility to give an owner a chance to come reclaim that animal if it's missing. So once the animal is off the 3-day hold, our adoption counselors will then schedule that animal to be spayed or neutered. Every animal that leaves our facility is spayed and neutered because we want to obviously reduce the pet overpopulation so that we're not in this position to begin with. Every animal that leaves here is fully vaccinated, including a rabies shot. We microchip that animal for you, and we also register that animal for you as well. So it's all taken care of when you come to pick that new family member up after it's been spayed or neutered. I want to show you some of the cats that we have available. We have a free roaming cat room where you can actually go into the cat area and you can have the cat pick you instead of you pick the cat, which has sometimes been a challenge for people trying to only adopt animals through stainless steel cages. These guys, there's nobody in here as we can see now, but usually that's for nursing mothers or cats that are waiting for their surgery. Many people don't know the sheer number of animals that come into Fulton County Animal Services every year, almost 10,000 a year. We're trying to reduce that number through low-cost, high-volume spay-neuter at our Lifeline clinics. And we are able to, even though we take in almost 500 animals every month, we're able to get about 85 to 90% of those animals out alive, and that's taking in every animal that has a behavior problem or a medical condition or has any age-related illnesses. So I think that's a very good number, especially for an open admission county facility. I'm hoping that by doing programs like this that we're able to get more people out to adopt these wonderful, beautiful animals. You can see how beautiful these cats are. I also want to show you how many dogs we have and how wonderful they are. We're going to take a walk out into the kennels, and it's going to be very noisy, but I want to give you an idea of how many dogs we have and what they look like. We run specials every month to try to encourage people to come out and adopt animals, especially when the animals have been here longer than 2 or 3 weeks and maybe they've been overlooked because they're shy or they just don't show well, and that helps a lot. I want to take you through the kennels right now and show you how many animals we have and how wonderful they are, and you can follow me through this door where all the barking is. Every cat or dog that leaves here is fully vaccinated, including rabies vaccination. They're vaccinated with Bordetella and a DHP-PV vaccine. They're also spayed and neutered, and we microchip and register that microchip. We also license the animal before it goes home. And this is where we spay and neuter all of our animals. You can see our veterinarian busy. She spays and neuters about 10 to 15 animals every single day. And then when they're finished being spayed and neutered, they recover out here on the heating pads on the floor. And when they fully recovered, we put them in a cage for them to rest until their new owners come to pick them up in the afternoon. So if you already have a home full of animals or you're just not ready to adopt right now, there are many other ways you can help Fulton County Animal Services. We have a very strong foster program, like I've mentioned before. We also have a very active volunteer program. We have things that you can do physically here at the shelter, or you can do things off-site, like Dog for a Day, where you come in and would check a dog out, just like a library book, and maybe take it to the park for the day and then bring it back at the end of the day, and that way you get some fresh air and the dog gets to get out and be seen. And if you want further information or want to look up details about some of the programs we have at Fulton County Animal Services, you can go online at fultonanimalservices.com, or you can give us a phone call at 404-613-0358. Back to you.
Thank you, Laura, for that inside look. Now, up next, students take a tour inside the Fulton County Jail, the reason behind the extreme field trip when we return. Stay with us. Welcome back to Fulton at Work. Students from McNair Middle School take an eye-opening field trip to the Fulton County Jail. It was part of an effort to educate the young men and deter them from making bad choices. FGTV's Felicia Church has this story.
It may have been one of the most uncomfortable field trips these students have ever taken. These McNair Middle School boys received a real-life, behind-the-scenes look inside the Fulton County Jail. Walking down the halls with hands clasped behind their backs, their first stop was the jail intake area.
What we call the Attitude Adjustment Center is this location right here.
From there, the students got a close-up look at the ID, fingerprinting, and the medical area.
We have a dentist that comes in once a week back there, does dental work for you. It might not be paying free, but it's free.
Their tour also included stops in the gym and recreation areas where inmates can spend 1 hour each day, and the award-winning kitchen area that prepares about 2 million hot meals and over 70,000 cold sandwiches to inmates each year. Perhaps the most frightening part of the tour for the students was the inmate cell area.
If you see white, that means they're in prison coming back to go to court.
They even received some important advice from one of the inmates.
Man, y'all be good, man, cause man, y'all don't want to be in our position. We got life sentences in here, ain't never getting out.
The Sheriff's Community Outreach Commander, Lieutenant Dan Cochran, summed up the importance of these types of trips this way.
It's very effective. It's always effective. When you show someone who has never been inside a jail what life is like inside of a facility like this, it has a huge wow factor.
Reporting for FGTV, I'm Felicia Church.
Thanks, Felicia. Well, coming up next on Fulton at Work, adults with developmental disabilities are getting the training they need. Details when we return. Welcome back to Fulton at Work. We turn our attention now to county workers who provide services to adults with developmental disabilities. Their programs and events provided help not only the clients, but their loved ones as well. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has the details.
From physical activities to social skills, some 150 clients with developmental disabilities are getting the training they need.
So it can be academic in nature or social, or even just learning how to be appropriate, like when we go out into the community and different things like that. And they also do physical activities, like they exercise, do arts and crafts, or even music groups.
The clients at the county's 3 training centers also enjoy monthly outings and special events. The Special Olympics and the annual Disability Day at the Capitol are 2 of their favorites.
Anytime we go somewhere and there's like a souvenir, like they get T-shirts at the Disability Day, they wear them right away the next day, and so you just know that they're really proud to have been out in the community.
The centers also help caregivers because funds from the Medicaid waiver program and state grants assist in maintaining these very important services. The centers also provide caregivers with peace of mind because they are assured their loved ones are in good hands.
They're here with us pretty much every day, and this is really their social setting. A lot of them have friends here, and they just look forward to coming.
Staff members say they love what they do and also enjoy spreading the message to the public that people with disabilities are the same as everyone else. They just need a little bit more assistance. Now, if you want more information, contact the Central Training Center at 404-752-8766. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thanks, Lynn. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton at Work. Remember, you can connect with FGTV online, check us out on Twitter, and like our Facebook page, and watch us anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, thank you for joining. We'll see you next time.